welcome to 2.5 days filming in my motor the night instead of the studio. Travel edition, because we've got a gig, haven't we, boys?
Aye.
Napalm Death.
Yes.
Pig Destroyer.
Yes.
Who else?
Warren Rot, but I think
Warren
we've
Rot.
turned up a bit late. I think we're going to miss Warren Rot.
Oh, right, okay.
And then there's some other folk that we don't fucking know their name of, but we'll see them maybe.
Aye, might get a bit of them, man. Might get a bit of
So,
them.
if you've watched our show before, you know that Ryan's, this is his first
First
gig.
heavy metal gig.
The first heavy metal gig.
Yeah, it's not his first gig. What was your first gig?
GLS.
There's nothing more metal than fucking GLS. No, I don't know if they'll do a cover any like fucking GLS tunes or that tonight. I'd be quite surprised.
Maybe my heart won't beat again.
I'd love to see Napalm Death do My Heart Won't Beat Again.
Is it Everybody in Love? Is that a GLS song?
Aye.
Everybody in love.
So put your hands up. I love GLS.
No, I was going there now.
Aye, that'll be fucking interesting. Hey, niche on the market, to be perfectly honest, if you're doing a GLS cover.
Especially a heavy metal cover. I don't imagine there's a fucking
Never
a market for it.
Never mind heavy metal, this is grindcore.
Grindcore.
Grindcore. That's what it's called. It's because it's grinding. If you let your granny hear it, she's like, that music's grinding my back teeth.
Aye.
I can't take this.
Aye, this is the music that folk would say, it's just noise.
Aye, it's just noise, but it's beautiful
It's good
noise.
Aye.
Folks say that about my music. I know.
Every bit of music's just noise. Every bit of music's just noise. So
It's,
this is just
it's the kind of music that could send you to sleep, kind of that sort of like white noise. Something that kind of
brown noise, maybe.
brown noise.
Brown noise.
Did you ever listen to that brown noise? The brown
Oh,
sound?
the 7 hertz note or something like that.
Where there's a thing. They done it in the radio once, where it was just.
Did they?
Aye. Where it was like a brown sound, but what it done is it hit your gut and made you shit or fart or something.
No, it's apparently 7 hertz, right? It's like a kind of the frequency apparently that makes your bowel rumble. Now, the story I'd heard about it was some band, I don't know the name of the band, but they played it out of their speakers kind of thing, like through their PA at a gig, and like the first 7 rows all shat themselves. But I don't know if that's an urban legend. I don't know what the truth in it is, but that's the story I heard, and it's been the mythical.
That's.
Aye, I'm sure they played it in Clyde 1. Folk are phoning in saying I was at the gym listening to Clyde 1 and shut the treadmill. But I mean, I don't know what, as I say, I've listened to it before. We'll make you listen to it.
Aye.
But, I've listened
No,
to
in
it
my
before,
motor,
but I've never shot myself when I've listened to it, but
You might shit yourself when you hear these bands tonight, right?
I shite myself all the time. I will shite myself on it. I'm professional.
I've shot myself, Ryan, we've even pressed play. So it'll be good, man. So, I suppose we might as well actually go out and fucking see the gig, and then we're going to film some shit, and we'll splice that in. And we'll let everybody see it.
some of that, and then
Probably need to cut the audio to it so we don't get striked.
we'll put in some. What we put in some
We'll put in something.
Morris music or something.
Morris dancing.
That's the punch with the bells in it.
Aye. Although mosh pits to Morris dancing, you know what I mean? Is there much of a difference to a mosh
No,
pit?
not really, I would think. So just no weapons in it.
There's no weapons in the mosh pit.
It's actually harder now.
Aye. Morris dancing is harder than the Napalm Death mosh pit.
Right, let's go.
Right, let's go, folks, right. So we've realised whenever we're editing this that you might get a copyright strike if we actually play the audio of the bands. So here's an artist's impression of the bands. This song's about a time that a ladybird landed on my finger and I felt at peace with the world. My laptop's getting covered in spitting. Here we have Pig Destroyer in the natural habitat, on stage spinning their heads around like maniacs. And now we're going over to Napalm Death. Here they are, the veterans of the grind metal scene, giving it absolute laldy in the QMU in Glasgow. Here we can see, quite clearly, a man in his element, telling a Nazi punk to fuck off. That one chap in the front row there is headbanging so vigorously he's obviously malkied everybody that is behind him, and here's a nutter jumping off of a PA stack. Here we have some more Napalm Death going mad for it,
being the loudest band I've ever heard in my entire life. And there's two of the dads getting into it, giving it a good old heat bang. And then that was basically us for the gig. My ears are bleeding even though I was wearing earplugs.
Alright, so we're back in the motor after the gig. Aye, so. You feeling alright, Al?
I'm fucked, man.
How's your hearing?
Aye, that's absolutely fucked. I know it's fucked before I went in, right enough.
It was loud.
Aye.
It was loud.
I mean, I was putting earplugs in, man, and I've never actually felt the band be as loud as that, man. It was fucking face melting. What was that band that we walked into for? Was it Primal something? Primal Man or something? Primal something? I don't know.
They weren't very good.
They were very, it will sound old granny material to say that my fucking teeth were actually vibrating in my head. Like, it was just like pure.
But it was just one note
But it was like,
for about an hour.
I thought they were just holding chords in. I thought they were just going like the bass was roughly going and the drums was just going
Aye.
right, it wasn't really much to it and that sort of thing. But the guitarist was fucking strumming fast.
Aye, but it didn't sound like
No.
it was doing anything. Just aye.
Like literally fucking like my whole head was shaking. But they were shite. But they were not, I mean, like, they got a cheer. But fucking,
And
it was good when they went off. That was great. That was the best bit about them.
then Pig Destroyer.
Pig Destroyer.
They were incredible, man.
What was your thingy first in thingy then?
Aye.
All metal and what
So
was it
I
like
walked
when
in,
you-
it was obviously that band, and then it was just a load of guys standing about with a fucking plastic cup. I'm going, this looks alright. I can get into this. And then I was listening, I'm going, I don't quite know about this. And then you was like, no, they're shit. Yeah, that's fine then. That's fine.
It's not just me.
Aye.
Oh dear, but thingy, and Pig Destroyer though, man, like that was like your first real band then, and
Aye.
kind of thing. What did you make it?
They were good.
Uncle.
I liked them. Was that the country here?
Aye.
Aye.
This boy, like,
Aye.
if I don't know
Oh.
if the footage and all that, like when we spliced it together, I thought this guy's head was going to come off.
Oh, it was nuts. It was just gone for it, to be fair to him.
I was non-stop, it was constant, just swirling around.
He's gone absolutely mad for it, man, wasn't
He
he?
nearly took off.
Fucking get dizzy there. I don't know how he was still on his feet.
He
Years
was
of practice.
He was kind of like a hype man, wasn't he?
Aye. You done
Impressed
samples and shit?
Samples, aye. And then ended up diving into the crowd, and then there was somebody up my amp diving into the crowd.
Oh, aye,
and
that was your
Aye.
thingy,
Was
Napalm
that
Death kind
Napalm
of thing.
Death, was it?
Aye, that
Aye.
was the Napalm Death, man. I'd listened to Pig Destroyer a wee bit before the gig and stuff like that, but I get it now. Yeah, I think it's
Aye.
like why they bands that when you see it, you're like, right, this is fucking tight, man. Like, how are they so proficient?
Aye, no, they were brilliant.
Their drummer was just nuts, man. It was just, it was
That was
constant.
total difference for the.
First band.
Aye.
What the fuck was their name?
It's Primal Man or Primal something.
Aye.
I think it was. They never tell you what they were called. Me missed them
No.
at the beginning. It was a lot of effects. They had like a big box of effects that were obviously clearly just turning everything to full
Aye.
and then just making it go.
It reminded me of Lou Reed's heavy metal music.
Oh, right, I've never heard
that
that.
last
Oh
part?
no, I have heard that.
It's
Aye.
not called heavy metal music, it's called something else, but it's feedback.
Aye.
Just put Hodge's guitar up to an amp and that's his full album. That's what it reminded me. It was utter guff.
And it was like the guys singing. I don't know if you know the technical term for that. It's called like walrus screaming.
Oh,
Like,
really?
they're just gonna go,
Oh.
I can't do any of that kind of screams, but it just sounds like a walrus. Like, you think it, well, that was
Oh,
gonna.
have you seen Tusk, by the way, speaking of Walrus?
No.
The Kevin Smith film that he done? No. And it was like his first ever horror.
All right, no.
And it's Justin Long's in it, and he goes to interview somebody who ends up, he's dead. And then, that's not the spoiler. And then he's in a pub and he sees a sign saying, oh, if you want to come and speak to me, I've been on my travels and all that, and I've been all over the world. And he goes to hang about with him and ends up drugging him and turning him into a walrus.
What the fuck do you want,
It's fucking meant. No, that's big though.
No.
Aye, I suppose. Kevin Smith.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
To be fair, for the first 2 minutes, I thought you were talking about Kevin James, and then realised it was
Aye.
I just realised that I'll see if like we put like our two Netflixes together kind of thing. We'd be like, I've never seen anything.
Aye.
How did he realise any of this was own?
Aye. I think Tusk just taken off of Netflix, but
All right.
I would recommend it. in a way.
You'd recommend it more than that band we went to see that was not sounding like a walrus.
Oh, aye.
Maybe that's where they got the inspiration from.
Aye,
Maybe
probably.
they just really liked that film.
Aye, really like Tusk, aye. Aye, so if you're going for good walruses, I'd probably go for that, and then number one would probably be Walrus and the Carpenter for Alice in Wonderland.
What?
The Walrus and the Carpenter.
Never seen it.
No,
Never seen it.
they deal with the story and they're eating all the oyster. Little oyster, little oyster. But answer, there came none. Kaloo come walk today. We're cabbages and kings. So that's probably my number one walrus.
So have you got a top 5 walruses? Is that
Two,
yeah?
I just top two.
Right.
And then that guy is
That
probably,
guy's-
they didn't even break into the...
What about the one for Happy Feet?
What about actual walruses? Aye, like an actual walrus. Is that guy rate higher than a real walrus on your top 5 walruses?
I don't think I've ever met a walrus. But aye, that guy wouldn't even break into the top 10. And I've only ever seen 2 walruses in my life. But aye, so what would you? I suppose you don't need to rate them out of 10. They were just shit. But aye, Pig Destroyer, come on and save the day, man.
Oh.
Pig Destroyer were brilliant. That kind
Insane.
of got me in the mood.
Aye,
Do you know what I mean? Because I like to throw my shell into shit.
aye. I
know,
didn't
man.
notice that.
Aye.
Your neck will be fucked.
My
don't know
neck's
that.
fucked. I can already tell.
Ears are fucked, neck's fucked, kind of thing.
Aye.
My ankle's away. It's always my left one. I was playing football when I was, I think it was about 14 or 15, and went into a challenge with somebody
Right.
and shat it and pulled it out a wee bit, and they just went right through my ankle, and it's never been the same since.
Fuck, man. That's how you don't play for Marvel. That's what you're saying.
Pretty much, aye. Ruined my sports career.
That's a bastard. You hear that all the time, though, isn't it?
Aye.
It's like one bad injury when I was 14 and then I couldn't play football ever again.
I played
Fuck's
Onty,
sake.
and then another guy kicked it, and I'm like, I need to get him, and then I went home and my ankle was like to there.
Oh,
I
man.
knew that's just its normal size.
Fuck. Never came back.
Ankles like a walrus.
You know what I thought? Like I was saying, that was probably. I mean, I've been to hundreds of or heavy metal gigs and stuff like that, but I've never seen a crowd go so mental
No.
as like the night. It was like,
What he was, man.
it was meant. I'm like, never mind just like folk moshing or circle pitting or that. It was the age of the people crowd surfing continually. It was
Aye.
like old dudes with grey hair, man. They must have been in their 60s and stuff like that.
Aye.
Crowd surfing like fuck. It was like, this is crazy. And they were game. They were just like. You usually see young guys, man, they're 18 or that, they're crowd surfing, and then they run straight back in, you see them again, and these guys obviously have been doing that for 30 odd years
Aye.
too, or like Foley and Napalm Death, you know what I mean? Just
I've
gone
never
for
seen
it.
as many walking sticks at a gig in my
I
life
know.
as well. You can tell it was the first Napalm Death gig, to be honest. But no, you've got to commend them, man, because there was a guy who, I think is it Scum their first album, wasn't it?
Aye.
Anything they played for that, he was like, because we were right quite near the front.
Aye.
The guy barreled by us every time they played something for Scum, and
Aye,
was
he's
going
gone
fucking
for it.
mental. Aye, but,
And then would you obviously playing the Dead Kennedy song, Nazi Punks Fuck Off, that was
oh,
place was going ape shit for that, man. The whole fucking place was just moving.
you were going for going to the toilet, weren't you?
Aye. I was going for
Why
the
not?
toilet and all I heard was Nazi punks fuck off and I'm like, what's going on here?
Oh man, it's crazy. But that was obviously. Had you seen Napalm Death before?
No.
No, I'd never seen them either, man.
No, because we were saying to Ryan, like it sounds as if it's going to be fucking mental, but a lot of these gigs aren't they, you know what I mean? Because
Aye.
they're kind of older guys, kind of out of shape guys like myself. And they just kind of stand there and headbang at most, but that was fucking mental.
Aye, that was.
Aye,
so
that
good.
was. I was
Amazing.
expecting a level of like, obviously you've got your mosh pit and your couch surfing and stuff, but that was just fucking nuts. Like, I've been in the mosh pit, right? I'm like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. We're in the mosh pit, that lasted about 5 minutes. I'm like, I can't handle it. Can't handle it. I was just getting shoved about and I fucking nearly lost my left shoe and all that. I'm like,
I
I'm
think the QMU is one of the best places to just get in a boot it though, man. That's for me, that's the place I got my nose broke in a circle pit kind of thing. It was obviously the most rough gigs ever was in there. But I was like with the footage of in there of the guy jumping off. The guy just jumped off
That
the
was
fucking
nuts.
half of the speakers into the crowd, man.
See the fact that it was the crowd and no, like, because obviously coming for the wrestling, I've seen folk jump off like fucking balconies and everything, but it's always trained staff
Aye.
that catch them. So he was just throwing caution to the wind. Everybody could have moved out the fucking road. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm like, fucking off your head, pal.
There's a lot of trust in metal gigs though.
Aye.
Like, as much as you get into a mosh pit and you get punch fucky and tripped up and all that, you get picked up straight
Aye.
away.
Aye.
If you fall down, folk pick you up, man. Nobody's in there to be an arsehole, they're just there to have fun. Man.
Although
Just
when I
barming
was
each
at
other.
Download and was watching Megadeth, there was this guy. Do you remember the fucking the Viking guy? The video that was on E-Bombs World.
Oh, aye,
And he
the
was like-
Techno
Aye,
Viking.
Techno Viking. He looked a spitting image of him.
Oh, right.
He had like a big long beard and all that, and he was just trying to like, punch wee guys and all that. I'm like, and I don't know where it came from, but I was like, fucking, he wasn't wearing a tap or anything, but I like done that out his chest. I'm like, fucking stop it, enough. And then,
I'll the mosh pit da.
but he was just staring. He just had this fucking dead eye staring. He was staring by me at this wee guy, and I'm like, fucking chill it, man. You're about fucking 6'3", and this wee boy's fucking about 15-year-old at his first proper festival or whatever. You're fucking trying to get through him. Stop it. And then he just fucking ignored me and then just started going back for him and he fell and I never seen him again. Like folk just went and just fucking dived and tapped him.
Wow.
Well, fucking serves you right, you prick. Or big prick.
Aye,
a
so
billy.
we've never seen Petrol. Petrol wasn't it?
Oh, there he was.
You think you're the pit da? That's what it is. Like.
Aye, that's it. Man.
Yours a fiver.
I know, so a day.
Aye, so you do. Aye.
You day tick. I'm looking about Stevie's motor for some money here.
So that was that then, wasn't it? That was a fucking a belter. You go back to another metal gig
I
then?
would go back, aye. I'd go back just for a gander. I love doing shit.
Aye. It's always good to do a new experience, especially I think you fucking enjoyed it more than us, to be honest.
Aye,
with you.
I
Non-stop.
did really enjoy it. Especially Napalm Death. Napalm Death were really good.
Aye, man.
It's, like, that's what I was telling you. Like, I finally get it. Like, I never got metal music before. I'm like, why would you listen to this? But see live, it's quality.
It is quality, man.
Aye.
You feel it. It's not just
Aye.
hearing it, you're feeling it. That's
And-
the fucking main thing.
Being at a heavy metal gig and being at a rave are so similar.
Aye.
Like, the way I can only explain it is you find a beat and then rather than using your horns, you use your head.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's fucking brilliant. I really enjoyed it.
How do you dance at rave gigs?
I don't know.
Right.
I need babe music. I can't mind.
Oh no, that works. Right, I get what you mean now. 'Cause that's when I was young, it was all that
It's
shit.
not quite alright.
No.
You did the jump of the world and all that, man.
Aye.
Go sticks in between the fires.
Aye. You can tell why folk take eckies, and that's what he's doing anyway. He's taking eckies, you know, just stare at your horns as well.
Chicken fingers.
But thingy, why the things as well, like, did you realise that the bands were maybe be that political?
No. Like, but Napalm Death. I'm like, what the fuck are they talking about social economics for?
I didn't expect that.
No, I knew they were pretty political, man. As I said, I wish I had listened to that whole story of the Mermaid where they kind of came up and had a big kind of socialist hub, like all this kind of like activism for socialism and stuff like that. But there was a couple of like monologues before songs started to tell you what they were all about, kind of thing, and it was
Aye.
basically about don't be a prick to anybody else, kind of thing. Like, you know, don't be a prick, don't be a kind of like a
Tory.
essentially.
pretty much,
Thingy, don't be a capitalist bob egg, essentially, wasn't it? Like
Aye.
was the take home message. And then
Paying 33 quid a ticket.
exactly.
Aye.
Buy our merch. And yeah, they actually say that.
No, I know.
But I suppose you got to that's your full thing, ain't it? Probably only tour 1 or 2 weeks a year now when they're
Aye, well,
getting to
that's what they're saying.
at this point in their career. Aye, I didn't know that they'd done that every year. Okay.
It's worth a
I'd go back next
worth
year
a
if they were.
flap too.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, so that was that then, wasn't it? You got a 10 then for the fucking Napalm Death. With it.
Oh, easily. An 8.
That's a fucking solid
Aye,
score.
take
Aye.
that as well, aye.
Aye.
For craziness, man, it was just.
Oh, it was off the
It was
fucking
10 for
chart, man.
crazy. It
Aye.
was absolutely mental.
Every time you looked round at anywhere, there was just somebody up there.
Aye.
Like, it was nuts.
Such a. Would you, and that was what was cool as well. There was a pure cross section of the world in there, man. Like there was like young folk, all right the way through to like folk as we were saying, like probably pensioners, but possibly even now all gone for it. People like women as well. I've never seen as many women at a metal gig kind of thing, and people all races as well. Like that was quite a big thing. Like usually it's most gigs it's dark anyway, and you can't see what race anybody is kind of thing. But like it's fucking. It was cool. I think they do Paul quite a fucking
Aye.
multicultural kind of audience. And I was like,
because
that's
they're
mental.
socialist as
Aye,
well,
because that's where the political stuff come in, and that's cool. I'd never even. I mean, I've been to loads of punk gigs and stuff like that, and you never even. And that's usually quite
Did you
political.
not know none of them?
I don't think
No.
it's ever as diverse as that gig was, man. That was the most diversity I've ever seen in a metal gig or even a hingy gig. I was quite impressed with that. So I've heard the other bands saying that they feel that they can't pull an audience that isn't a majority white male. You know what I mean? Sort of
Aye.
thing within music, even if their politics or that is inclusive and all that. But I thought that was pretty mint, to be honest. Something new.
Aye, it's good, man. I mean, more goth women at gigs would be.
Be goth woman, man. I love it. I do.
You get a new type unlocked, is that what you're saying?
Aye. When I went to Catty for the first time like months and months ago, I'm like, I could get into this by me, but no, goth woman.
Big titty goth girlfriend. That's what Ryan's on the hunt for now.
That's his search history.
Same.
It will be a night. Eh?
But even as much as we're having a laugh on it, you never thought that, because you do go to gigs and you think like, yours could be in glasses and that could be in bother, but there was never anything
What's
like
that meant
that.
to me?
Like there are fucking predators.
There's pure dodge. Aye,
There
sometimes
was one guy. Did you see him? The one guy.
The one guy?
He was a really kind of tall, quite built guy, and don't know what he was doing or touching or throwing or whatever. He was carved it out like that.
aye.
Get flung out.
And it was I'm guessing that's the heat of the security. He just came in and just grabbed the hottie and took him at the
And that's
back.
the only time I've ever seen security getting like an applause when they come back in and
Aye.
do shake his horn and all that. So he must have been fucking up to no good.
Aye, it's
So
mental,
it's
isn't it?
good, it's safe for.
You wonder if he actually, like, you know, like if they're pulling folk out because obviously they guys have put a shift in the night, like pulling bodies out of the crowd or the
how
crowd
bad
surfing,
stuff,
man.
man.
Must have been a bit of honour at least. People crowd surfed, like in total. That was a lot. But so I think every single time you're having to lift a body or like that kind of thing, and then that big guy having to get in and haul somebody out of the middle of a mosh
And it was
pit.
in the middle of the pit,
The
it
middle.
wasn't even like near it, it was like he had to fucking posh cunts out the way.
And then think about that as well, having to spot whatever they're up to, and then remember who that is, and then fund them in the middle of a mosh pit, and then pull them out and get the right
It
person.
was impressive.
Aye, that was quite mental. I've never seen that either at a gig before.
No, they done well. Aye, shout out to the QMU security.
Aye, definitely.
Good guys, good bunch of lads.
Good bunch of lads. So, anyway, aye, that was that then, wasn't it?
Aye.
That's our wee impromptu in the motor podcast.
Aye.
Aye, good. Well,
I
Dave,
I loved it. It was definitely something I'd get back to. So.
Aye.
Would you want? Oh, man, I'm feared to ask this.
What?
Take us anywhere?
Aye, well, a rave.
But what times? If you can go to like a 7 o'clock rave, is that?
Aye, a rave where you can get home in time for the Wayne's baths.
Is that a thing? No.
As a rave, you could probably get home for their breakfast.
Aye, I think.
To be fair, I've been at the rave game for a few years now. For I've been doing so. It's been a new experience to me because I don't know what this new generation of ravers are like.
Aye.
If it's anything like I used
Neil
to
and
do.
how to shuffle. Wouldn't
Aye.
I? I'm not a bad dancer by the way, but maybe no after I think my ankle might need to retire after the night.
Aye, that would be a thing, man. I'd be up for doing the shoe and the other fit kind of thing, man.
Aye. Let me get back to using that one. I'll have a wee look.
Hey,
I'll find some.
Go to a wrestling school.
Then your ankle will need to retire.
Aye.
You've heard about my injuries.
Aye, I'd like to be able to remember my Wayne's names.
Aye. So what we're basically saying is, Ryan, you're just going to metal gigs and we're doing nothing you want to do.
It's 2v1.
It's a democracy.
Alright, folks. So, like, aye, next time you see a podcast of us, we should be back in the studio.
Aye.
We'll fire this one up this week, eh?
Aye.
And, aye, we've got some guests coming up, didn't we? We've got Dean's coming along, isn't it? Dean Byrne. That was a finalist of BBC New Comedian of the Year. He was into the very final of that.
Yeah. Very good.
And was there anybody
who
else we've got? We've got a few people in the back catalogue that we haven't been able to
Aye,
do
we'll-
because of other things that happened at the studio. We never managed to. You never
Aye.
managed to film them that night. 'cause-
Aye. But, aye. Just keep an eye out on the socials. Keep an eye on the page.
And follow our new TikTok.
Oh, aye,
2.5
Al's a TikTok
guys.
man.
I've decided to start a new one and then forgot about it. But
Aye, but we've also got a special wingy. Our gig, we'll have that recorded, and that'll be out at some point as well, won't
yeah,
it?
aye. Mhm.
So that should be good.
Aye, keep an
Or,
eye
or,
out for
or
that.
maybe some clips of it. I don't know.
Aye, rather than the whole thing.
Aye, don't want it to burn on material.
That's
for
what
me.
I'm thinking as well. I mean, my
Aye.
material can get burnt because that'll be
Aye.
my last gig, but you boys probably don't want to lose the entirety of your. Like,
I'm
it's a
alright
lot.
with it.
It's aye, but it's a lot of work into it to like put it all out there. But then again, depends. Not everybody will see it up there
Aye,
anyway.
that's the way
You know
I
what
look at it.
We'll have a discussion
Aye.
off camera.
Aye.
But
So anyway, that's us then for this week, folks. Hope you enjoyed our wee impromptu
Podcast.
podcast.
Sweaty Car Podcast.
Sweaty cat, like steamy windies, man. They hate half of that gig, isn't it, man? Like,
I know we've
Fifties.
got these lights set up and all that, but it looks as if we're filming a high budget porno. No, a low budget porno.
I'm thinking that we're going to end up getting the windies chapped now because cunts think we're dogging. Like that's what. Maybe it wasn't the best idea to do that, but aye, bugger it.
Aye.
Aye.
It's an experience, isn't it?
We'll see you next week if we're not in jail.
Aye, exactly. Aye, there'll be some practice for the jail, wouldn't it? I suppose. Right, folks, we've been the 2.5 Dads. We'll see you again next time. Cheerio.
Thank you.
Bye.